on a number of counts. The first one being on foreign policy, beginning with the entirely problematic withdrawal from Afghanistan, which I think a great many people feel was the signal to Vladimir Putin and perhaps others that their aggression would be unmet by the kind of resistance they might once have expected, and that gave us the Ukraine war. The kind of on-again, off-again support for Israel, which was, ended up with the administration trying to beat its Middle East, only really solid Middle East ally into submission on and stopping the war. From the beginning of that conflict, begun by Hamas, the principal goal of this administration, even as Israel was plainly winning, was to stop the fighting. That now looks like it's come to pass at a very late stage in the game. But I don't think that was good foreign policy, and I don't think the signal it sent to the rest of the world was welcome either. And indeed, Antony Blinken, the Secretary of State, admitted recently that every time there was distance between the U.S. and Israel, as there was repeatedly, it got harder and harder to deal with Hamas on any kind of a peace resolution or a ceasefire. So, and then of course, you never heard any discussion of the biggest problem Americans face day in and day out in their daily lives, and that was the extraordinary inflation that we endured in this country, and that was brought about, I think, in no small measure by the wild spending on top of the spending that had already happened at the beginning. That was at the beginning of this administration, and it continued, and everybody felt it, and still feels it to this day. So despite growth and a good stock market and all that, Americans do not like this economy.
All right. Man was living in his own world. Not a great listener, like I am. That is for sure. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you all tomorrow on television. We really appreciate it. Yeah. Let's bring in former White House press secretary.